Welcome to Task 7, where we will be looking at the role of collaboration in effective problem-based learning lessons. Although it's not as common to see a big list of rules somewhere on the classroom wall that has, roughly 10 lines starting with big capitalized no, the no talking rule is still used in most classrooms. Even in those positive expectation statements that educators are currently encouraged to use, we still consistently find that teachers expect students to remain quiet during class. However, this rule is a hindrance to both yours and your students' problem-solving skill development. Both teachers and students greatly benefit from collaboration when trying to solve a problem. Teachers use this a great deal when discussing issues or concerns with a colleague, an administrator, sometimes parents, and even through engaging with subject matter experts such as an education blog, the curriculum developer's suggestions, or professional development courses and conferences. Our students are greatly benefited by us utilizing the wisdom and experience of others. This can be another teacher with years of experience, or it can be someone new to the field that brings in fresh ideas. It is crazy to be limited to only the ideas you can generate on your own. We often hear the phrase of reinventing the wheel. This is an enormous waste of time. As a teacher, you are not an island, but are surrounded by people that collectively have tried just about everything. We all benefit by learning from each other's successes and mistakes. It's important to remember that you're not alone. There is great power to be utilized in the expansive number of professionals surrounding you. And lastly, an outside perspective is vital sometimes. We all get stuck and experience tunnel vision at different points, and using collaboration as a way to include the best practices into our teaching strategies can minimize frustration and enhance student outcomes. Just as collaboration increases the chance of a successful learning experience, students also benefit from collaboration just as much. Students need opportunities to socialize. This need and tendency for students to interact with each other is also the cause of many behavioral problems experienced in the classroom as well. However, we can use this need for socialization rather than fight it. Plan for periods of student collaboration. This does not mean that the students get to talk about whatever they want all class period. Allow students just enough time to discuss the topic at hand, but not enough for their conversation to begin to wander. The question presented will dictate how long this allotted time is, and again, you need to adjust according to your students' needs and the class dynamics. This also allows you to help your students build positive relationships. This is yet another skill they will need as they enter the workforce, and students are not often provided with opportunities to develop their interpersonal skills. Different group dynamics and personalities might need you to teach appropriate collaboration behaviors and should always be closely monitored, and even more so in mature and agreeable classes. Collaboration also benefits our students by encouraging critical and analytical thinking skills. To entertain an outside idea and judge it on its merit for future adoption or dismissal is critical for our students. This skill will be used in all workplaces and is pivotal as far as being informed citizens when voting in the future presidential elections. However, developing this skill only happens when students are frequently provided opportunities to collaborate with others. Lastly, it sends the message to students that their voice matters and is valued. Oftentimes, there are one or two students who answer or would like to answer all of the questions. But by planning time for effective collaboration in small groups or pairs, you're giving the other students a chance to contribute and be heard. This activity will build their confidence and really reiterate that their ideas and their thoughts are worthy of being considered. Now, anytime we open up the classroom for talking, it is important that we keep on topic. We don't want this to turn into an actual circus. There are some time-tested strategies that will help you ensure collaboration is effective, positive, and does stay on topic. The first strategy is to utilize whole group discussions until students have gained positive collaboration skills and met the collaboration expectations you have set for them. This allows the facilitator to be able to monitor everyone at once so that no misbehaviors or poor practices become prevalent in collaboration times. The next tip is to plan some guided questions to bring the discussion back on track. Although you are not the instigator of problem-based learning discourse, you can insert questions as needed to keep the topic in the parameters you set. Another strategy to keep students on topic is the selection of an interesting, relevant problem that students will want to talk about. If the problem catches their attention, they're going to want to continue collaborating on the topic. If students are frequently moving off topic or disengaged in the collaboration process, it may indicate that students don't find the authentic problem interesting or relevant. Then you should only plan enough collaboration time to adequately discuss the issue. If you allow too much time, students will have exhausted their on-topic ideas and the discussion is likely to wander. The next important strategy is to develop a behavior management system and plan. Most elementary educators are much better at this. They have a card system or they write their student's name on the board with tally marks or etc. But for each subsequent misbehavior, they have a system. The first infraction might be a warning. The second could be that they missed 10 minutes of recess. The third is missing all of recess. The fourth may be a call to parents and miss a week of recess. And the fifth and final straw may be an office referral. They do an amazing job of escalating the behavioral intervention and as the problem behavior escalates. Junior high and high school teachers should utilize that same consistency. In order for you to prepare an effective behavior management system, you need to think about the students in each class. You know your students, and you know their typical behaviors. So make sure you utilize this knowledge when developing your behavior management plan. Because you know them so well, you'll be able to anticipate certain activities or transitions that will most likely increase the risk of problem behavior. If, for instance, Johnny tends to want to be the class clown when everyone is involved in a group discussion, you might want to plan guided questions to direct Johnny's way. This way he has to be paying attention to the problem at hand, but it also gives him an appropriate outlet for positive student attention from his peers. Lastly, you need to explain your behavior plan to the students. There is no benefit in keeping this from them. If they are going to have to guess how many strikes they get before they can't leave campus for lunch, they may misbehave just to find out where that boundary is. Establish clear expectations for collaboration and provide them a description for behavior management and the consequences before you enter into a collaboration time. Collaboration is absolutely critical for effective problem-based lessons and the problem-solving process. Anytime we have multiple ideas and perspectives and thought processes, we increase the potential accomplishments. We not only need to utilize this as teachers, but our students need it too. Thinking back to your lesson plan that you've been working on, have you included student collaboration? If so, are you planning effective strategies to ensure that behavior is managed and that students are going to stay on topic? I look forward to seeing your responses. Thank you for your time and happy planning.